Hi everyone, it's Dave here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're all doing really well. And today I want to talk to you about a recent pickup that I got, which is this Masterverse Revelation Mer-Man. I was lucky enough to find this on the website Comics and Cocktails for only $7.99 posted, which I think is very good value. And this is my continuing foray into the world of Masterverse. So let's have a look at him. I really like the colour they've used on his torso, and I like the fact that he's kind of got the bare chest and everything. I like what they've done with the design for Mer-Man in the Revelations iteration. And so that sort of deep aquatic green looks really nice and obviously suits the characterisation of Mer-Man as a master of the oceans, as he is, and contrast really nicely with the orange highlights that you get on his loincloth, the braces on his arms and legs, and the sort of mask look on the front. And yeah, he's got some gold featured on the leg braces as well, which is unfortunately a slight mismatch with what's on the arms and on the belt here. Those two match. It's a slightly different colour down here. Not a huge problem. Would have been nice if they could have got those the same, I think. But overall, a cracking looking figure. I do like that he's got these scarring details. They're just painted on. Perhaps it would have been nice to have some sculpted detail in there. You know, there's any figure you get, there's going to be little things you can point out as criticisms. It doesn't mean I'm not pleased with the figure overall, and especially for the price I got him for. Really nice. I do like the fact that he's lost an eye and that's scarred up there, and the other one's basically staring right into your soul, which is nice. It does look like he would have an articulated jaw because of the way it's sculpted. Unfortunately not. That again would have been another nice thing to have. But overall, lovely looking figure. Love the colour, love the contrast with the oranges, a little bow-like detail in the middle of the belt, and yeah, the little textured bits around the belt there as well. You can see there's a little bit more scarring on the back. Some nice moulded in details like gills around the shoulders and back around there. The head sculpt's really lovely, with like the fins sticking up at the side. The teeth look nice. The orange mask on the front looks nice. Do have a slight paint blemish on one side on the top there, and a couple of little bits of extra plastic sticking out here that obviously shouldn't be there. Nothing major, no major problems really there in terms of the overall look. I think he looks fantastic. He is a nicely articulated figure too. Yeah, fairly standard I suppose for articulation these days. His head will go side to side, a little bit forwards and backwards and side to side, and then he'll wiggle around at the chest, swivel at the waist, and the arms will go out and round. Double jointed elbows and double jointed knees, which are nice. I will say, in terms of articulation, the joints are generally a bit tighter than I would like, but especially the lower joint of the elbows connecting to the forearms on both arms, super tight to the point where at first I couldn't move them at all, and I had to soak him in water and then manipulate them for a little while gently until they freed up. That has resolved the issue now, but they're still quite tight, and especially this one on the right. But everything's manageable and I can get him into some nice poses, so I'm really pleased with that. I'll show you the accessories that he came with. So he's got some spare hands, so the hands I've got on him are the ones that can hold weapons. He also came with two hands that are just closed, clenched fists. If you want to have him just standing there doing an angry pose or something with no weapons, that's an option. And also, these are nice, some webbed hands for an underwater villain. That makes a lot of sense. So if you want to try and get him into a swimming pose and have him with those, that's also an option for you. And then he also came with this very nice sword. And what doesn't show up on the screen necessarily is this is got almost a marbled effect in it on the actual blade. So it sort of shimmers slightly as you move it around. But it's quite subtle, so you can sort of get it with the naked eye, but it won't show up on the camera here, I don't think. And then a nice handle on there. Nicely coloured. And I do like the shape of that blade with all sorts of ins and outs. And a sticky out bit down there. That's very nice. But my favourite of his weapons and the final accessory is this lovely bident, which is very, very nice. You don't often see a bident. 2 prongs sticking up. Very nice. And I love this sort of gold snaked detail that goes around. Again, it's got that lovely green for the shaft. And yeah, you can pop it in his hand. He does have a hinge in and out on the hands, which can be quite helpful in getting him into a nice position if you want him to wield this in both hands. And you can sort of manipulate that to get him exactly where you want him, and that's really, really nice. By way of comparison, just quickly, I'll show you him next to my Savage He-Man. I think they look so, so good together, and I am inevitably now down the rabbit hole and will be getting more Masterverse at some point. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to take my time and just get one every so often, I think. But these are really, really good. So those are my thoughts on Masterverse Mer-Man. A lovely, lovely figure of one of my favourite characters from Masters of the Universe. Very, very nice. So guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Whether you like this or not, and whether you're into Masterverse, and what are your favourite figures. What might you recommend to me to pick up next? And I will take a look, and I always enjoy having a chat with people when you drop a comment there for me. I do appreciate that a lot. So thank you guys, as always. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye now.